Michaela from Chario, and he's going to explain to you about the history of the company.
Thank you. So we are in Vimercate, that we have the headquarters for Chario. We are especially in the assembly area of Chario. Chario was born in Milan in 1975, so next year we'll have the 50th anniversary. And has been always one of the most important Italian loudspeaker manufacturer in Italy, and we still produce everything here in our house. We have our own wood factory, and as you can see, we have a specific and really focused design for the speaker in terms of cosmetics and acoustic. We are focused on, in terms of cosmetics, using wood, especially massive wood called Norwest, and we treat everything in the more natural way as possible. I mean, we are not an industrial company, we are an artisanal company, so each piece is produced here in Vimercate is unique. We visit before our laboratory also meeting our chief engineer Mario Marcello Murace, and we face together the complexity of building up and designing a speaker. Designing a speaker is not just to put together some pieces of electronics and wood, but is studying what is the behavior of the human perception system and what's happening when a speaker reproduces music in an environment. So all these two situations gives the final result, combined with the electroacoustic basic element. Particularly, Chario in these 50 years is focused on understanding what is the reaction and of the human being's perception. So what's happening when a acoustic signal is how can I say, is listened by the human, and what is the response of the acoustic of environment. That's why we apply some technology in our speaker to more interact or less interact, depends of the line of the speaker. So there are some speakers that are that were designed to be really easy to place in the acoustic environment, example in a normal living room. Some speakers are designed, for example, for the Academy line, and are more dedicated for people that they have an specific acoustic room, or that they have a living room that's a little bit treated in terms of acoustic. That's why we use a solution in terms also of driver different. So we, for example, Academy line has a distribution of the energy that is really wide, more close to 180 degrees in terms of tweeter. That means that in all the points that you can measure the speakers when he's playing, he has the same energy spread all around these 180 degrees. That means that, of course, react with the environment more than, for example, Constellation line or Aviator, that having the T38 tweeter giving more directional energy up front to the listener. It can stay a little bit away from the problem of acoustic room that everybody has. There is no perfect acoustic listening room. Beside that, we take care, especially for the psychoacoustic point of view of the project. So we, especially Mario Marcello Murace, our engineer, spend his life to study what is the reaction that all our brain has in terms of how we feel the music and what happened when we feel the music. That's why we apply some technology that is proprietary. So we develop to be more in line with our system of perception.
Hi, I'm Alessandro from Chario, and I'm here to give you a little overview about some components that are parts of our cabinets. Here in front of me, I have some, so a crossover and two kind of woofer used on the Chario loudspeaker. First of all, every component that you see, as well as all the other components that go into a Chario, are made by the company upon design the company by ourselves or our partner here in Italy. So I would like to start first to drag the attention on the woofer. This is a Russell woofer that is currently used on Aviator and Academy lines. So this woofer has some specific that are really interested to talk about. First of all, let's start from the back, where you see instead of normal magnet a daisy of neodymium magnet, which gives much more power to the engine of the woofer. But what makes this really particular, it's the membrane. This one, it's a full sandwich made by Russell inside in between of two layers of special treated paper. The particular thing is that this material combined with the construction of the cone itself, as you can see, this is a full apex, can give to this kind of woofer a really steady movement up, forth and back. And so you can have a very precise sort of reproduction. Of course, realize this kind of woofer is not easy, because as you know, Russell is a material that starts until it is flat. So bend the woofer and bend the Russell and fold the Russell. It's not so easy, but we found a technique to do it and to construct the full apex. And it's not easy also in the mounting phase, because as you can see, of course, the center of the woofer has to touch precisely in the center the voice coil. So this is quite complicated construction and quite interesting woofer that, has been said, is used on Aviator and Academy. Few words also on the other woofer. First of all, the basket. All the basket are realized on Chario design and on purpose, specifically with the kind of woofer that we want to build. Also, this driver is built upon Chario design. This is the driver that is currently used on Constellation line, and this is a typical, let's say, loudspeaker speaker woofer. So with the dust cap and a normal magnet behind, but combined with the special design of our crossover, even this woofer that looks like simple in the looking, etc., can grant great performances. Last component that I would like to talk about is crossover. Crossover is the brain of the loudspeaker, and a part that normally is never seen inside a cabinet. But we think that put particular attention even on the hidden part of the loudspeaker. It's very important. So this is crossover used in the specific on Haria. All the components are branded Chario because are made on purpose upon the design of our chief engineer. This is the beginning of a Chario. I mean, when we start to build and develop a product, we start from the scratch and from acoustic design, from an acoustic idea, an acoustic study that want to drive us all the step through until the final product we do have. So that's why we take attention also on an important part like this one, but that is not, of course, seen from the normal people that listen to our speakers. Now, I would like to point attention for a few minutes about the cabinet construction of a Chario loudspeaker. So as you can see, this is an aviator bulb, so the correct position. You know the loudspeaker like this. Okay, is the center channel of the aviator line. As per all the other models that we have currently in portfolio as Chario, the construction of the loudspeaker is always made like a center body made of HDF, MDF, and two side of massive wood. Okay, work as per the request of the line, on the shape of the line. As you can see, there is a lot of woodwork in front of the cabinet. This is because it gives the chance to better fit inside the cabinet the proper driver, which is this, in this case is the Russell one, okay, and the tweeter, the 338, so give space to the basket and go to discharge a little bit the heaviness of the and the thickness of the wood. Here inside, as you can see, there are two separations because into the cabinet, of course, there is once is mounted before to put the driver. Actually, there is a need of the dumping material. An example of the dumping material is this, which is called Russell, and is used to to dump the reflection inside the cabinet. Balbo, it's one of the few models of the line that doesn't have the bus reflex port at the bottom of the cabinet, but in this case, the bus reflex port is just behind the cabinet itself. What to say? The construction, back to the construction, the center body is connected to the wood panels through some screw that are located generally in the corner of the panel, and when the piece is quite long, and this is quite long also in the middle of the panel, and for more safety and disconnection of between the two materials, also there is also glue that it's behind this panel. The glue is very important because it can stick together the two wood, because two different wood, especially the wall, just the walnut, it's alive, is always an alive wood, so it can tend to have some little movement or can do something. So screw and glue give the guarantee that the wood is going to be stable, connected, but at the same time decoupled by with the central body. So is a guarantee more about the quality, the functionality of the cabinet. Another product that we want to briefly show to you, this is an Academy sonnet, the cabinet of an Academy sonnet. Okay, as you can see, classical Italian, classical Chario, so central body and a walnut panel. The particular thing about the Academy is that there is a special woodwork on the side panel, which is called dovetail. Okay, as you can see, to connect all the slice of wood together for the panel. The interesting part about Academy model sonnet, as well as the other like Sovereign and Serendipity, is that the walnut is just not on the side and is just not for aesthetical purpose, but it's part of the cabinet as structurally important for the construction of the cabinet. So.